This video is on chapter 11 of this official JAMB book, LEKKI HEADMASTER. Of course, you know we have been reviewing this book and reading it for you. We have read chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and all the chapters. We are now in the 11th chapter. The last chapter will be 12th chapter, which we will do after this particular video. So in our channel, Noble Tutorials, we have done all the work for you. We have taken our time to review this book because you cannot run away from LEKKI HEADMASTER. This is one book that every JAMB candidate must get. One book that all of you must read. So that's why we have been reading it for you. In case you don't have time to read or you have not gotten the book, or you are even reading and you don't understand, this book we are reading is helping you to understand all those concepts. So if you have not watched our video from chapter 1 to chapter 10, let me know. Kindly go to, I will attach the link. I will attach the link to the playlist that contains all the videos we have done on LEKKI HEADMASTER. We have also done questions, expo questions, expected questions on this book. What are the questions that JAMB will ask? I've given you all the questions. I've also given you the answers to those questions. So you need to also go to our channel and find out those questions. These are very, very important. Okay, let's continue our reading. But then remember that if you watch this video from beginning to the end, I'm going to give you free JAMB syllables and free JAMB past questions. I'm going to give you what? Free JAMB syllables and free JAMB past questions on the subjects you are writing. On the 4 subjects you will be writing, including use of English. Okay, let's look at the title of chapter 11 is Point of No Return. Point of no return. A 3D banner stretched colorfully across the length and breadth of the hall that overlooked the stage at the main hall of the Stardom schools. Remember, this whole story and book is centered on Stardom School, a school in Lagos, and it's the chief character, the protagonist is the principal of the school, Adebepo Adewale, which they popularly called Bepo, right? If you have watched our review and the videos we have done from chapter 1 up until this 11th chapter, you will not be surprised at the name. Okay. A large image of Bepo, laughingly gracefully, was on the banner headline, for he gave Stardom his very best. It was subtitled, Memorable Farewell for a Most Committed Principal, Adebepo Adewale. So what is happening here is that a man, the principal, was relocating to the UK. He was a very dedicated principal, so the school is doing more like a St. Forth party for him. Are you following? Okay. Confusion and debate concerning his future were over. He and the school had come to terms with the reality that he would depart. The only sacrifice Bepo had to make was to alter his departure date. This would give the management an opportunity to offer him a befitting farewell. He called Emirates Airline to inform them that he would shift his flight by a week. For this, he was asked to pay a $100 fine, which the school gladly paid. I hope you are following. The farewell program began on a Wednesday with a novelty match between the school team and the staff. There was a novelty match between the school football team, that is the students, and the teachers. It ended 3-2. The teachers won 3-2. Of course, the principal, who was the referee, Mr. Ibe, who was the principal, made sure that the teachers won the students. Okay, the match was played on Wednesday. On Thursday, a debate was organized. The debate was between SS3 and SS2. They were doing all those things in honor of the principal. Remember, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you JAMB past questions free of charge. You can't get it free anywhere, but I'm giving it to all the participants in our channel. All of you that are seriously following this channel, I'm giving you this JAMB past question free. I'm also giving you the JAMB syllables free of charge. Remember that our goal in this channel is that every one of you following our channel must score at least 300 in your JAMB. Do you claim it? If you claim it, type under the comments, say I claim it. Any member of this channel, you cannot score less than 200. You must get admission this year. That is why I've been dropping videos. I've been dropping videos every single day for you, preparing and equipping you. I've been doing tutorials, past questions. I've been reviewing past questions on use of English, CRS, government, economics, mathematics, and all the rest. So you don't have any reason to get less than 300. If you claim that you will get at least 300 and get your admission after this JAMB, type it under the comment section and claim it. Okay. On Thursday, debate had held in his honor. Okay, they had a debate in his honor between SS3 and SS2. The topic was that sciences has done more. They say the arts have contributed more to development of the country than sciences. That was the topic. They were saying the topic was arts has contributed more to development of Nigeria than sciences. Okay. The opponent, on the other hand, inspiringly shook the table by highlighting the fact that Nigeria's art, culture, and enlightenment sector had blessed the country with more appreciable impact than that could be felt. Okay. That offered the cited the fact that Nigeria had not won the Nobel Prize in Science, whereas Professor Wole Soyinka earned the Nobel Prize in Literature as far back as 1986, even long before our opponents were born. The audience roared excitedly. The following ingenuously delivered long before our opponents were born. It was an uppercut. Beppo was glad that Miriam, the better of the arts, smartly landed the jab, which underlined the importance of modest humor in debating. He always stressed this as one of the techniques to be employed in speaking competitions. The arts advocates also noted that the role Nollywood had played in Nigeria's gross domestic product, democracy, and recreation. They even argued that music was at the time the nation's biggest export. You know, if you always listen to Davido, you can see Davido, Fino, Alistar, Jubo Hustlers, and all the rest. Okay, let's move on. At the end, SS3 was adjudged the winner. Nevertheless, Beppo felt fulfilled at the brilliance, initiative, and candor displayed by the student. I want you to stop now and find me the meaning of candor. Candor. I've taught you that anytime you encounter any word you do not know, don't jump it and pass. Don't jump. Some of you, when you encounter any strange word, you jump and pass. That is not the right way. The right thing is to pause, go to your dictionary in your phone or a normal dictionary and find out the meaning. Okay? From 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. every Friday, Stardom had social cultural activities. That was why the school easily and predictably dedicated the program to the grand finale of the Beppo send-off. The choral group opened the floor, that is the choir, with an inspirational performance. It was followed by a comedy skit by the drama club, which principally imitated Beppo. There was drama presentation and they were imitating the principal. Humorously, the comedian aped the way he often spoke on the assembly ground with his trademarks. Other things being equal, by the way, and if you say education is too expensive, try, and the student will say, try ignorance. Beppo might just have realized for the first time that he actually loved putting his left hand in his left pocket while speaking. The last main offering of the day was a string of dances by the drama club. This included the bata, atelogu, koroso, and canoe dances. The Yoruba bata dance involved mathematical movements of the arm, shoulders, and legs, fired by the bata drum. Because the instrument was not available, the student improvised with the JAMB. The Igbo atelogu dancer dazzled the crowd with spirited body movements and acrobatics. Koroso, one of the popular Hausa dances, featured the performers wearing identical outfits and moving their bodies simultaneously. Beppo was delighted at the richness. Welcome. Beppo was delighted at the richness of Nigeria's art and culture. He worried that he could miss this in faraway UK. You already know that the principal was moving to the United Kingdom. So, okay. Then the last dance came. What was the last dance? The last dance was what they called the canoe dance. Remember, before we talk about the canoe dance, that I have done videos on expected questions that could come out from this book, Lekki Headmaster. So I've done the videos part 1, part 2 to part 6 and the other parts. So I don't want you to miss it. I want you to get it. Then the last dance came. It was the canoe dance of the Badagry people. Which people own the canoe dance? The Badagry people, which showcases the performers as travelers in a canoe floating in a river. Beppo recalled how 3 years earlier he had invited a professional dancer from the national troupe to teach the students the unique movement. That was after an October show he led them to see at the National Theatre in Lagos. There, the troupe performed the dance alongside other varieties from parts of the country. Okay, Beppo was happy the dance had come to stay at Stardom School. He became more emotional when the dance transported him to Badagry, where he vividly pictured slaves and their agonies. Towards the end of the performance, he saw himself back at the Heritage Slavery Museum, watching a documentary on the inhuman treatment slave traders meted out on the captives. So as they were performing the canoe dance, in his mind he was envisioning what happened in the olden days, where slaves were brought with canoe, they were beaten and all the rest. Okay. Towards the end of the performance, he saw himself back at the Heritage Slavery Museum. That is, he was envisioning it, watching a documentary on the inhuman treatment slave masters meted out to the captives. As whips tore the flesh of the naked slaves and blood oozed from their skin, Beppo felt their pains, so he was imagining the pain the slaves were feeling. Greatly distressed, he wondered why nobody stepped in to stop the courier handlers. A flame of anger began to course through his body. He even forgot that it was a canoe dance, a drama he was seeing. He was thinking it was real. As one of the men drew a sword and made to strike a feeble old slave, Beppo stood up from his feet and cried out, "No!" He wanted to stop it, not knowing that it was a presentation. Silence dropped on the entire audience. Everybody was surprised. Why was he shouting no? So he made them to realize that he was saying, I meant that no school could have done the canoe dance better. None at all, he said as the audience applauded. The drummers revived. The dancers picked up the imaginary oars and paddled on, in sync with the possession of the JAMB. In her remarks, Mrs. Ibidonglos expressed deep appreciation to Beppo for contributing what he called an unrivaled quarter to the growth of stardom. Just wait a bit. According to her, Beppo was so impactful. If she had her way, she would not let him leave. I told you that the school did not want the principal to leave because he was so committed to the school. But they had to let him go because they couldn't help it. I told you that in the other videos that his wife and 2 children are already in the UK. His wife is a nurse in the United Kingdom, and his other 2 children were also there. So the admin, the MD of the school, Ibidonglos, was now addressing the audience that if they had their way, they would not allow Beppo to go. But you know, in life, we meet to part and part to meet. We can only wish Mr. Beppo success in his new place, his new country. She stopped and turned in his direction. Mr. Adewale Adebeppo, would you kindly step forward? Like I told you, his full name is Adewale Adebeppo. Note this because JAMB will ask you this question. But he is popularly called Beppo, right? You know he's a Yoruba man. As the principal rose from his chair, the entire hall, everybody started clapping, both the parents, the staff, the students, and all the guests. Everybody was clapping to appreciate him. So the MD continued to say, thank you so much, thank you, thank you. Perhaps I need to state this. I am not the one who employed Mr. Beppo. She said that Mr. Beppo was actually employed by the father of the MD, Chief David Aje, right? So the MD just gave a brief story of what happened, how Mr. Beppo was employed. Remember, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you free JAMB past questions, free JAMB syllables. Also, if you have not gotten this book, Lekki Headmaster, and you want me to give it to you, you can also let me know. It's not free, but I will guide you on how to get a copy. Okay. Teaching. Mr. Beppo, it is a pity, stardom, and indeed Nigeria is losing you to Britain. You know, he was traveling to Britain. We hope you will still find a way to always reach out to your darling students. As you and I discussed during our meeting on Tuesday, please find a way to get to your school in London to collaborate with us. We will cherish it and value the bond and mutual gains. At this point, she turned to the principal. I'd like to present to you this little token from Stardom. We will not give to you a car, so what they gave him was a check of $10,000, right, to appreciate the principal for his contribution to the school. Mr. Beppo moved closer to receive it. As in, when he was receiving it, there was the photographer, the school photographer also captured the moment. This gift from the management, Mrs. Gloss continues, from the depth of our souls, I may not have to declare how much. Later, she actually said it's $10,000. Can you imagine? Big money. Okay, so that was basically how the principal was sent off. Let's now look at his response. The audience greeted the guest. Okay, when the principal came to talk, he said, okay, the principal actually started crying. Okay, he said, thank you, everybody was thanking them, and he started crying. That was it. He couldn't hold the tears of joy. You know, he remembered he came to school 24 years ago as a young man, and he had made such impact, and now he was relocating to the United Kingdom with $10,000 in his pocket. Okay, let's give him a round of applause to Mr. Adewale. So they clap for him. Our beloved principal is overcome with emotions. We quite understand that. It was a moment of truth. From pockets and handbags, handkerchief, and all shades of white, green, all colors of handkerchief, they were trying to clean his tears. Okay, now in the next chapter, the chapter 12 is actually the last chapter down. So in the next video, I'm going to do that, right? Review and explain chapter 12 for you. Remember, for you to get our free JAMB past questions, free syllables, which we are giving you free of charge, what you need to do is like this video, share this video. Just click on share, copy the link and post around, then subscribe to our YouTube channel, Noble Tutorial. Subscribe, click on subscribe and turn on the notifications. When you subscribe, come under the comment of this video and type I have subscribed. Once I see you type I have subscribed, I will chat you up and send you those materials. If you want to get this book, Lekki Headmaster, if you want me to send you the PDF, also let me know so that you can get it. If you want me to send you a PDF of all the JAMB CBT centers where you will write your JAMB exam and where you will go for your registration, also let me know. This video I'm leaving for you on the screen. Click on it and watch it now. Click on the video on the screen and watch now.